Are you wasting tens of thousands of dollars? Are your projects being canceled? Are you wasting a lot of times and causing project delays? It's probably because of your permit strategy. In this video, I'm gonna go over 5 simple steps that you can implement immediately to have a successful permitting process. So the first step is communication. And how do you communicate? Well, the best way is to make sure that you talk directly to the individuals that are assigned to each specific section of that permit application or to each specific permit application. Chances are you're dealing with a project that is complex and it's got multiple components. So therefore, you're gonna have multiple team members that are assigned to those components. So the first thing you do is you get everyone in a room and you reiterate the objective of the project and what is it that you're trying to accomplish, and you make sure that everyone knows who is assigned to which area of the permit or which permit application is assigned to each individual, and you make sure that they have the right resources to be able to complete what they need to complete. And if they don't have the right resources or they need something, then they should tell you immediately, or if they think of something, they should tell you as soon as they think of something. But you, as the leader and manager, you should be able to start that line of communication and ask of them to deliver what you're asking them to deliver on time. And if something comes up, that they know that they can reach out to you immediately so that you can provide them with the necessary resources to continue doing what they need to do. But communication is essential, because if you cut those communication lines, well, chances are they're gonna come across an obstacle and they won't reach out to you because you didn't leave that communication line open. And then all of a sudden they are by themselves trying to figure it out in Google or calling somebody that may just cause additional delays in your project from the very beginning. Number 2 is creating a master spreadsheet of the permits that are required for this particular project. So this is a game changer. You're gonna list in there all the different permits along with the agencies that require such permits. And then you're gonna list in there what are the applications that will be submitted and what are the requirements of that applications and what are the attachments that should be included with that application. That is just gonna provide you with an overview of the right strategy that needs to be set to be able to complete that permit, master permit sheet appropriately. Number 3 is request a pre-application meeting with each of these agencies for each permit application. This is absolutely a must if you want to have a successful permit strategy. Like, having these pre-application meetings will first break the ice between the agency and you and your team that is submitting that permit application. Second, you'll get to know the person that will be reviewing your permit, and you'll get to understand what are some of their needs, what are some of the issues or challenges that they faced in the past with previous applications. This is your opportunity to really get to know the reviewer and get to ask quality questions that will help you develop a comprehensive permit package that will be approved on the first go around. But this meeting is absolutely essential for you to start treating the other side of that permit application as a person and not as a simple software or as a computer that is reviewing. Number 4, you gotta set a schedule and stick to that schedule, right? So you have to set a schedule from your side internally, like your team members, when would they have that application ready? And this schedule is gonna have multiple layers, because your team members are going to be working with other team members that may be working in some of the attachments that are required for that permit application. As an example, some permit applications may require for you to have design drawings of whatever you're trying to get permit. So then whoever is responsible for that permit application has got to work with a design team that it's working on the design drawings that will be part of that attachment, and until those design drawings are completed, then that permit application won't be completed. So schedule is essential here so that you can coordinate the multiple disciplines and the multiple requirements within that permit application. That's on your side. Now, on the reviewer side, it's very important that right after you have your pre-application meeting, you ask them what is their estimated turnaround time for reviewing your application, and then you hold them to that schedule that they provided you with, whether it's 30 days, 90 days, 120 days. You put that in a schedule, and that becomes the schedule that you use to follow up and to request updates as you continue to move along. Number 5 is to respond to the request for information, or RFIs, that you get from the permitting agencies as fast as possible. Like, do not delay, because the information is fresh in their mind. They just reviewed the application. If you respond fast enough, you can request not to be put back again at the end of the line, but actually to be given the opportunity to be reviewed as fast as possible as soon as you resubmit that application. But for you to request that, then you need to be able to respond very swiftly to whatever request for information they sent you or questions that they have. This is critical because it's putting yourself in their shoes and then really valuing their time and answering their questions very, very fast, so that they can see that you really intend to move this project forward. And they say, you know what, let me just do the same thing and then allow this person to go keep their spot where they were and continue reviewing their application so that we can process this as fast as possible. So now you have the 5 steps to build a successful permit strategy. Now that your permit's done and approved, you gotta have effective construction inspection services. I'll show you in this next video 7 steps for successful construction inspection services.